Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Today I'm checking out a 1988 DeFever 53 POC. The POC stands for Performance Offshore Cruiser, and this one makes a fantastic liveaboard for extended cruising, where you could easily make this one your permanent home. This is one of Mark Zeigler Yacht Sales' latest listings, and at the time of filming this video she was up for sale for $299,900 and she was lying in Jacksonville, Florida. This one's got a 53-foot waterline, including the bathing platform. She's around 57 foot in length. She's got a beam of 16.5 feet, and she's got a maximum bridge clearance of 22 feet. As soon as you step on board, you instantly feel like this one's been designed for all-weather cruising. You've got the high handrails throughout the entire boat. You've got the overhang giving you a little bit of shade protection. Wide passages making it from the bow to the stern. I like how there's deck access from the helm to both port and starboard side. On the bow we've got the electric windlass, and there's actually two anchors on board. There's a 70 kilogram rock knot anchor with 260 feet of chain, and there's also a Fortress 55 anchor with 15 feet of chain and 150 feet of rode. I love the seating in the bow, and underneath there's plenty of storage up here as well. And there's telltale signs throughout the entire boat that the owners have enjoyed all sorts of water sport activities. There's paddle boards up in the flybridge, there's rod holders, snorkeling and diving gear, and a well equipped tender we'll get to as well. And I like how all the windows have got coverings on them, that way it protects all the woodwork and the furniture on the inside. And the gangway I use to board the boat, you can use that in either the port or starboard side. And then I love this aft cockpit. The seat that you see here, there's storage underneath there. We've got a little cockpit table. You could easily enjoy a meal or snack out here, socialising with friends, or perhaps enjoying a sunset at anchor. There's rod holders in both the port and starboard quarter, and there's easy transom access with ladders leading down to the bathing platform, so that way you can board the tender, or if you wanted to you can do some swimming if you prefer. And over the past couple of years this yacht has went through an extensive refit in the inside, and as soon as you step inside you can immediately see the benefit from that. There's new vinyl coverings on the ceiling, we got new LED lighting throughout, new cushions, new pillows, new carpets, and I love that patterned surface that we have on the table here, but you'll actually see that throughout the yacht. Whenever it comes to the galley, when it comes to the heads compartments, it's got the same theme throughout. There's plenty of storage underneath these seats. You can see we've got large drawers here. And then we've got a little storage cabinet here that just keeps everything out of the way, keeps the boat looking tidy. And as we make our way forward, I love the galley's layout. We've got like a breakfast bar kitchen area. And whatever meals you enjoy at home, you can easily enjoy on board here. This one has had a lot of money invested into it. It's full Samsung appliances. We've got plenty of drawer space, storage space, we've got dishwasher. Not only do we have all the storage down below, but there's also plenty of storage overhead. And I love the way that throughout the boat, all the doors have got this little lock feature to it, and that way you don't need to worry about anything opening while the boat's underway. Here you can see we've got the top of the line Samsung microwave. It's got all sorts of special modes and features to it. And you've got the Samsung stove down below, and this has got 5 burners on top, as well as a full-size oven for all your cooking that you would need to do for permanent liveaboard use. And then we've got the full-size, this is I've got a 4-door refrigerator that's got both a water and ice maker on the front, and of course that includes the freezer section down below. And then you can see that stainless steel Fisher single drawer dishwasher as well. And the steps that you see here, that leads up to the flybridge. I'll show you that in a few minutes. But first of all I want to show you the Pilothouse. And I love the fact that this Pilothouse was designed to have your close friends and family with you while you're cruising. We've got refrigeration underneath the main helm seat, that way you can keep beverages close at hand. I love the woodwork that's in here, as well as a traditional ship's wheel. And the Pilothouse does have both the doors open, but if you wanted to, this also has 12,000 BTU air conditioning for the Pilothouse alone. There's multiple air conditioning units throughout this yacht, so that each area can be designated to its own temperature. And for passage making, this long bench seat would also be ideal as a watch berth. And I love just how much storage there was up here. Whether that's for things like flashlights and binoculars, or if that's for keeping all your charts, your almanac, your logbooks, any important paperwork that you might need. And I love the worktop space that you have next to the helm, so that way you get plenty of areas here to navigate your charts with. I'm a big fan of modern electronics, but I'm also a firm believer that you gotta keep a backup, and just in case something ever happens. And I love how much documentation comes with this yacht. That way anytime you need to use the equipment, service it, repair it, there's plenty of documentation on board to help. And down below is where you're going to find the main control panel. I love how well this is labelled. Even got a cheat sheet on here telling you what the main appliances, what they use for their amps and volts. So you can work out what you can afford to use and not. So at the helm, we've got the ICOM VHF radio. We've got an intercom system throughout the yacht. Obviously got the full engine instrumentation. This also includes the rudder indicator. You got controls for the searchlight. You got the autopilot controls. There's all sorts of monitoring for the bilge pumps. Not sure if you can make that out on the screen, but it's roughly 4,500 engine hours. And then there's 2 generators on board, where the port generators got around 4,000 hours, and the starboard's around 1,200. And I love the multifunction displays that's on here. This is a pair of Garmin 8612 units that were installed in 2019. These have been upgraded. They also include the clear view sonar. You got wind speed and direction. It's got AIS. But the sonar's also got the ability where you can do a side scan, you can use it as a fish finder, and it's just a very, very clear display. Now granted, I'm in a marina just now, so it's not cruising or underway, but it's an impressive piece of kit. And then if we take the steps forward, that's just what's going to lead down into the guest accommodation area. I like how deep the steps are. It doesn't feel like you're going to fall down the stairs, but there is also plenty of handholds in place. And underneath the Pilothouse is where you're going to find a VIP stateroom. This has got a queen size bed, and the mattress was replaced in 2019. It's got a padded headboard, all the carpet was replaced in here. This has got its own air conditioning unit, which was replaced in 2021. And it's also got new LED lighting throughout. You see that intercom controls, but you've also got plenty of storage in here, plenty of hanging locker space. You got drawers and cabinets on the other side. And then we've got an area that doubles up between a vanity station, but it could also be used as a desk as well. And this VIP stateroom, it is en suite. And again, this was all upgraded. We've got the same countertop that you saw up above, but this has also got a new head. It's got the new shower, new LED lighting, and it's also got new padded flooring. That vinyl floor has got a 10-year warranty started in 2019. Now as we make our way forward again, this time you're going to find a guest cabin. It's got a V berth, but it does have an infill cushion. Again, you've got a vanity station that could also double up as a desk. There's a 6,000 BTU air conditioning unit that was replaced in 2020. You got access to check on the anchor well. Again, this cabin's got the intercom. It's also got hanging locker space. The heads compartment was modernised and upgraded in 2019. That includes an electric head being installed. And I like how in all the heads compartments, the toilet and the shower are separate. I always feel that gives you far more room to use the shower. You can see the owners have left some of their fishing equipment in here, but it also helps show just how big this area is. And if you think this area has been impressive, wait till you see the owners section. So to get to both the owner's master cabin, but also to the engine room, you access that from a little passageway at back in the saloon. But in the process you can see all the new carpet that's been recently installed. And as with the forward section, there's deep steps for going down here so it doesn't feel like your feet's going to fall off. And there's plenty of handholds too. So as we go into the master cabin, you'll see this one's got a queen size island berth. This mattress was replaced in 2019, as was the padded headboard. And I love the amount of storage space that's in here, from the drawers to the hanging lockers. There's drawers underneath the bed as well. There's plenty of natural light. There's also plenty of artificial light. All the LED lighting was upgraded. I should point out I'm 6'2" and I've got absolutely no issues walking around this yacht anywhere. There's plenty of headroom throughout. This definitely feels like you could bring all your personal belongings on board without having to compromise anything. Or to put it into another perspective, this yacht's roughly $300,000, and that's like buying a 3-bedroom home that comes complete with a free boat. Because this one's got every creature comfort you could possibly have in your own home available on board. And of course the master cabin, this one is en suite. There's plenty of storage space in here for all your toiletries and personal belongings. It's got the same upgraded theme that you saw throughout the yacht. The shower area in this one's particularly large. There's even a little bench seat you can sit down in, so you could certainly be able to use this one both at anchor or while the boat's underway. Then opposite the master stateroom, that's where you're going to find it walk-through engine room access. Look at how thick the soundproofing door is. You'd hardly know these engines are running whenever they are. Now in here you're looking at a pair of Caterpillar. These are 3208 turbocharged diesel engines. They've got approximately 375 horsepower each. Now flat out this one should do close to 15 knots on the right conditions, but for cruising they're going to get somewhere around an 800 mile range at 10 knots. And there's 400 gallons of fresh water and there's 800 gallon fuel capacity. The port generator is 12.5 kilowatt and the starboard generator is 17 kilowatt. And there's also an 800 gallon per day water maker in here that was renovated in 2020. It's just a fantastic setup with so much room, so much light. You could do any sort of maintenance, repairs, upgrades, whatever. There's just plenty of areas to do that. And if we make our way up to the flybridge, I love all the cushion seats that's up here. It's very comfortable for your friends and family to join you. There's a massive top that was installed in 2019 in a rigid frame, and that just gives you so much shade and protection. There's storage underneath the seats, but I was also impressed with the storage that's in the console itself. You could easily put things in totes and put them in here, especially things like life jackets and safety equipment. This flybridge has been designed for cruising as well as close quarter manoeuvring. So again, we're looking at the autopilot, we're looking at the Garmin. This has got an 8616 multifunction display, VHF radio, full engine instrumentation, and also love the solid handholds that's in place. Always feels like throughout the entire yacht there's always something close by to hold on to for when the boat's underway. And again, this has got intercom, so it goes through to the engine room, to the Pilothouse, and to all the main accommodation areas throughout. And again, the helm section, this has also got that padded vinyl flooring, and it's got a 10-year warranty started from 2019, and it's just very comfortable on your feet. But as we make our way over to the main section of the flybridge, I love that non-slip deck that we've got throughout. We've got a big storage box first. We've then got a 1,500 pound davit that was installed in 2020. And then the tender feels like a boat in its own right. This is a 2007, it's an 11.5 foot rib. She's got a 2017 Tohatsu 50 horsepower 4-stroke outboard. But she's got a Garmin Echo Map plotter that's been installed with sonar. It's got new bilge pump, new tubes in 2020. The cushions have been recovered. It's even got its own Danforth anchor and rode. It's got a custom umbrella cover. And it's just a fantastic piece of kit. And you see we've got fenders, we've got the board and ladder, we've got the paddle boards. And then you can see that large framework that we've got over the forward section of the flybridge. And I just love how much shade and protection that will give you. And also keep you out of the rain if you needed to as well. I thoroughly enjoy my time on board. I'd like to thank Mark Zeigler for allowing me the opportunity to come on board. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you can leave a comment down below, if you hit that like and subscribe button, it really does make a difference. I'll look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.